afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. With me, your host, Imperial Dane, we're off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Holotny Ferma, winter in the bad parts of Belgium. Everything looks like it's in Russia. We shall be watching here Panzergrenadier Angreifen fighting here for Germany, for the Reich, leading a task force for the 12th SS Panzerdivision Hitlerjugend through the snowy wastes. Whereas Sturmtiger Sage6 here fighting for the United States and the 7th Infantry Division are holding up things here with the rifle company immediately chosen, unawares of what's about to happen. But they need to hold this or Uncle Sam will be in dire straits. Several VS units by the way here popping up. We also know, of course, the rifle company. He might be opting for more of those and meanwhile getting some ration to sort of grab territory and hoping for veteran riflemen to do most of the fighting. Angreifen will be having a quick look at here with mechanized assault immediately chosen as well. Mechanized assault has become very popular versus Germans of late, though the assault gun is not quite so much. To some extent, mechanized assault group is Zoro because of the Stugi, and it is actually quite effective versus the Amerikaner, and of course the Tiger, because Tiger play is currently very dominant, which is actually getting a bit dull amongst the Wehrmacht players. Back here to Sage6, immediately setting up some barbed wire here. Quick, Hank, we can't have them steal that truck. We might want to steal it afterwards and take it back to America. But rushing straight here for the southern fuel, like this going to follow up there. Another gun's got seems to be heading towards the centre. Forces moving up here, and there we go. Rifleman, and oh, rather nice roll of the dice here for Sturmtiger Sage6 already. A veteran C2 rifleman score right away. That is quite potent, and that's definitely going to give Angreifen here a bit of a headache. Meanwhile, they're going to have sort of realizing, you know, Heinz, yeah, sie wired off the truck. Ah, scheiße, and I was planning to steal it. Stupid Americans, they were probably going to steal it themselves. Either way, they're forced to stand out in the open here. Not really good position for the Grenadiers while trying to take the munitions. And there you go, right moving south. Not eventually 2 Grenadiers arriving as well. And there you go, rushing with the Pioneers, trying to get a bit of damage on the other Grenadiers attacking from the north. And there you go, the Riflemen up and but the Pioneers are taking it down, so there you go, the Veggie 2 Riflemen moving in. Can he get the Riflemen at least down to a certain level? There we go, down to 1 man. Run, Joe, run. And there you go, Riflemen taking from north, gets a quick turn there. Get up the shots as they move in, but there we go, already now they're standing still, and there we go. The guns themselves out in the open are taking heavy casualties here to the more veteran Riflemen. Having blazed their way through Anzio. And now through the less warm parts of Belgium. MG42 needs to set up to cover the gun. Oh, scheisse, Dietrich went down. And MG42 opening up on the rifleman note, quick suppressing the buggers. And teaching them a thing or two about German engineering. But at the same time, we are seeing here the Sturmtiger Sage6 is quick to realise the map being opening there and rushing in the rear on troops. Angreifen overall, in fact, being a rather open at the moment. Very little infantry to the loss already of 1 Grenadier squad. Is in fact going to be a heavy loss there to Sage6. There you go, Rifleman caught out in the middle of a negative cover on the MG42. There you go, quickly getting some damage in there in the name of the Reich. Good shooting, Jürgen. They're already here. Sage6 is controlling most of the map. We're seeing another Rifleman unit there out. Veteran G1. MG42 need to fire away. Point there being secured. A bit of volley fire going on there versus the Pioneers. Troops getting knocked out there, having a bit of stuffing, well, taken out of them. Now the Grenadiers got their arriving for Angreifen. And the MG42 forces shift up there. The Pioneers utterly pinned down. They're going to get caught, in fact, in a very bad position there. Riflemen on one side, rear troops in another, in the house, in fact. Enjoying quite a bit of warmth there and protection. They're forced to fall back. Very, very rough start here for Angreifen. As he's definitely finding himself being angreifed on there by the Amerikaner. More gunners arriving. No sign, for example, assault gunners being then again versus the Rifleman, particularly the veteran Rifleman. They are going to come to a little bit of short there. MG42 moving up there, trying to desperately get that fuel reconnected. And here you go, the rear troops to start the building. Might now be in a bit of trouble now. The gunners can focus on them properly. And for some reason, the Riflemen fall back at the face of the Pioneers. It is Arbeit.
We now have parachute flares to scout enemy positions.
Forces being hit there, rather getting a bit shot down. Points having secure. Pioneers pushed away by another Angreifen squad there. We are seeing that Sage6 forces are rapidly building up here. The initial confusion of the early parts of the Ardennes assault clearly having worn out already for them. And part of the reason why the Germans were so successful were because the Americans never figured they'd attack through there, despite, you know, having done that during 1940. And to a certain extent, they basically pretty much placed troops in training and whatnot all along, which were then a bit surprised when all of a sudden a massive German assault came. Ambulance on the way here, while troops were heading south. Also, a little fun fact, while Wachtmine was actually not the name for the assault itself, it was only the name for the cover operation. It sort of meant to hide all the troop movements. The actual name for the assault was Herbstnebel, or, well, autumn fog, basically. Was it spring fog? It was either of those two, actually. Spring or autumn fog. Little fun there. Fact.
Ambulance taking the field. The enemy is overrunning.
But here, the heavily striking few once more cut off, and we just basically Sage6 is using. There's actually lots of reactions. We're actually using the larger numerical superiority to different attack from all sorts of angles, push in there, and also using his veteran rifle sort of dealing more damage, allowing all to spread out a bit more. And currently Sage6 is basically due to in part the loss of the early Grenadier squad having trouble sort of forming a front now, though it's probably not helping. He's himself spreading out a bit thinly as well. He's sort of trying to be elsewhere and everywhere. So he's having in that department a bit of a headache currently here versus Sage's forces. Sage has also got plenty of fuel here. He could easily take up right now and get something a bit neat. Grenadiers need to get out of there. Quick right in. Oh, there we go. Sage6 was not fast enough, and there we go, an entire unit left moaning in the snow after riflemen impacted upon their stomachs. Flames will be on the way for the riflemen. Veteran 2, that's going to give Grenadiers here quite up a bit of a headache. And there we go, Veteran 3 already, and not without minor losses. Now the question is, of course, how will he get up this? Looks like he's using the Pioneers to basically harass and cut off resource points, that at the same time the amount of territory that Sage6 at the moment has requires him to actually cut all 3 points here, otherwise it will be for naught. Ooh, trying here to close to get the unit on retreat. Bold, but not quite there.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Rebuilding his forces, no sign of a light machine gun yet. A very bad start here for Angreifen.
A capture point is being overrun. Knock it off and listen up.
Reinforcing healing.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Now the flamethrower, in fact, he's equipping every unit with flamethrower. A part of me might have liked to want to see at least some BARs instead, but you know, so we're seeing a company command post going up there, they captured on the way. Case of light vehicles, not bad, I suppose.
A capture point is under attack.
Rather than they're almost wiped out, but they're going to sort the Pioneers are finding a bit of trouble.
A severe cold front is moving in. Prepare for possible
Rather than charging in versus Grenadiers as well. Moving across on ground, the Grenadiers do get a few good shots in there, taking the Grenadiers down. And there we go, Veteran 2, they should have a slight advantage over the riflemen now, unless they get the flamethrower quickly. Getting very close, there we go, MG42 opening up as well. Still, fuel is not looking good here for Angreifen at all. Pack on the way, he's clearly worried about enemy armor or vehicles.
Crowds, we're losing a capture point.
Sensible. And yeah, no, Angreifen here again, due to the severe lack of troops and anything, is basically overextending constantly, which is very much the advantage of his opponent. He might have wanted to consider second MD4 to sort of help cover things up at the very least a bit earlier.
Captain just took the battlefield.
Captain arriving on the field. Forces run off.
Be advised, extreme winter conditions are affecting the lines. All units are to take immediate action. Crowds are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
Blizzard setting in, that's going to make it a bit difficult for Sage6 to deal from distance. And we're seeing a fighting position going up to cover the centre up, like the 50 cover in the way. Not bad. But again, map control is a massive issue, and again we are seeing here that he's kind of just shifting out. Might be trying to buy himself more time, who knows, but it's certainly not really going to help in actually controlling the map for a very long period of time. Here we go though, drawing them into some more veteran grenadiers. Rapin might have some troubles, particularly versus Veteran 2 here. Getting off some good shots. Almost wiping up the unit there in fact. And now the captain is taking up position in the church.
Something needs to be done.
And men are facing to death here for Sage6. Mortar up now, an interesting decision right there by him. Could work out maybe. And there you go, point blank from the MG42 there, but looks like they are killing it faster than they can shoot back. Bad news there for Angreifen. Well, more bad news. And the mortar there rushed away as well. You know, overall he is being a bit reckless, a bit overextending here too much. Not entirely sure what he is envisioning for all of this. In particular now that he's handed on MD42 here to Sage6. I mean, things are only getting more difficult here for Angreifen, but over to him. I mean, an option could have been going for a mechanized assault group much earlier. That could probably rush through a lot of the forces of Sage, but so far no sign that he might be setting up here for the Stuvie. Again, very popular versus the Americans, in particular against those who have a lot of infantry but not actually prepared for an armoured assault. And currently, that would be what the position of Sage6 is. He's poured much into the infantry, flamethrowers and whatnot, but nothing into anti-tank, except the captain, Suzuki, could have a chance here of sort of turning things around. We'll of course have to see how Sage actually responds to the presence of the Sturmgeschütz Ausführung A, also getting mortared here. And there you go, getting a decent kill there. And signalling to Sage6 that things are no longer going to. There you go, unit clamped up already. Careful, careful. And the Stoogie is on a rampage. I love that line. We gave them a chance to surrender. Didn't we? A very nice set of dark humour right there. Which there certainly is a bit more of in Company of 2 than in Company of Heroes. Still, he needs to get some fuel here because, I mean, he's not going to get a Tiger then at this rate anytime soon. And it looks like he's very much going to play at that then as well. But here we go, Captain charging in home to get the job done here, but only take 2 heavy losses to the Grenadiers. Schnell, Soldaten! End them! More enemy in a bad position. Stug rolling out on Chun. Wait, there we go, finally an anti-tank has arrived for Sage6. And sure enough, he actually did not send in the captain in an attempt to hunt down this Stug, at least flank it. Which is actually, you know, not what I'd expect at all. They go right moving up. And once they see the Stug, they retreat. Might of the Sturmgeschütz. The fear of the Americans. A terror. Captain and friends healing up and reinforcing. And the captain getting replaced because the good captain was, amongst other things, not huge on self-preservation, it seems. Having apparently never heard Patton's words, it's about killing the other bastard rather than dying for your own country. Another pack on the way. Angreifen clearly worried about enemy army. I mean, he's not really been having the fuel at all, so obviously he's got good reason to do for that. But so far, I mean, very interesting. Sage6 must be playing at the doctrinal angle. I mean, again, it seems reasonably popular as late, and again, it can have some things, but at the same time, if you're not careful, it can also give your opponent just enough breathing space to get back, because in theory, I mean, already now he could be having several stewards out. He could even have a Sherman out, in which case, Angreifen would be struggling a lot more. But again, he seems to be playing for those EVC8s, and that could very much give Angreifen the angle. He needs to sort of get back into the fight here. But light machine guns finally by the way going up as well. Going to increase the fire notably. Veteran 3 there as well. Rifling up close though. Within range with a flamethrower. Forces force back there. Mortar firing in support though. The Granatenwerfer. Getting a few shots there off on the M1 57mm anti-tank gun.
We are losing a sector.
Angreifen there quickly in trouble, and Stuggy again very popular versus the Americans. Again, in particular, if they have left themselves rather open to anti-tank or armoured assaults. We're seeing some Panzergrenadier on the way for Angreifen. And the Sherman EC-8 arrives, finally. Took him long enough.
Panzergrenadiers standing by.
With its 76mm high-velocity gun. Not universally loved though, because it rather left them open to infantry and dug in infantry in particular. So it's not uncommon to try and sort of have them mix in some older 75mm Shermans with a better high closer round, sort of keep them a bit guarded that way. So little fun fact there. We are veterans now. Yeah, veterans he won. Oh, mortar round got them on a retreat. 50 caliber on top there. The Mardus. And another one here in a nice fighting position, stopping the infantry marching into the centre. Though, of course, the 2 old packs could clear this out. The mortar doing as well. I mean, he could, in theory, also lay down a smoke screen and just cover up things that way, but obviously it would just be easy and better, so just sort of cleared up directly. And there you go, destroyed. And poor John, dead. Oh, he looks seemingly rather peaceful, lying dead there. Pioneers from the ND42. But Angreifen here, thanks to the power of the Stuggy's actually really gotten a nice chance there again, because Sage6 was actually quite insistent in getting the EC-8. So, in fact, he's also got 2 Pack 40s now. Panzer was there holding up things, they could be getting Panzerix now. He seems to be moving up the Pack 40s here. Shooting apart the fence. Quickly, Heinz shoots the fence. It looks American made. Oh, right here, the Bamu charging him with the Stuggy directly. Very reckless right there, and he's in fact moving in his Pack 40s without any support there. I think Angreifen here might have lost it. Because right now, in fact, he looks very close to losing his Pack 40s there, and that would be a huge loss. So it would be a repeat of Barton's match versus Helping Hands in that case, if he's not careful. Panzer is also close to getting wiped out. Trying to get off a bun grenade, but oh, a tragic loss. And they didn't even do that much with it. It's right there, waste of some good German soldiers. More veteran troops of the 12th SS. Probably veterans of the 1st SS, which were used to actually form a corps for the 12th SS to sort of form around, by the way. Quite common for the Germans to do when they formed up a new division. They usually take some veterans from another one, sort of form of corps if possible. In particular, the SS did that, I believe. But time for the mid-game analysis. There's been a complete reversal in things, all thanks to the Sturmke, I should say. And the fact that Sage6 apparently never quite figured it possible, despite it being rather popular versus the Americans, and the fact, you know, his forces were in fact perfectly configured for the Stug E to attack and strike and cause a lot of havoc. And then again, the second mistake here was basically then sort of trying to play for a EC-8 instead of getting something that might have at least threatened somewhat it. I mean, a Steward under the right conditions can easily knock it out, a pair of them could certainly, and also cleared out, say for example, the Pack 40 as well. Instead he held on. And now he's rather landed himself in a bit of a nasty position. It's not all game over, though. He's got the Pack 40s cleared out. He's still got an anti-tank gun, though. No, it's actually rather poorly positioned. I mean, if he just set up here to cover the main road, he could probably now get a few good shots in the Stuggy and knock it out. But again, I mean, he needs to sort of capture the other Pack 40s, set up the anti-tank, and have them covering sort of the main roads and maybe also a bit around here, and then strike back with a lot of infantry. And he might also just partially want to consider getting up the BA yards, so that way increases infantry firepower a bit more directly at other ranges than up bloody close with the flames. I think that would also do him quite well. And of course, you know, getting another EC-8 is probably not a bad idea, but at the same time getting maybe a Steward instead to support it with its abilities could also be a neat idea. The options are definitely there, but he certainly needs to sort of get around. He also needs to sort of begin striking south again. Clear out the MD42, maybe get it back, but again, steal back the Pack 40s, turn them against the Krauts, get that Stuggy out of the picture, and hopefully do all of that before any sort of chance of heavy armor arrives with the Germans. But currently, I mean, on the other hand, for him, It's basically just hold on as long as possible until the attack gets, and try and get those Pack 40s back before that happens. Otherwise, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. More light machine guns for the grenadiers would be a good idea as well, and maybe some additional Panzer grenadiers to replace the ones lost. But then again, hardly wouldn't make a difference. Shift the MD-42 I think a bit back and sort of cover things a bit more properly would also do him quite good, I believe. But all, I mean, if you can keep things up as they are, and Sage6 does not change strategy, I mean, he could reasonably well look to win at the moment. I think a second Stugi might have been a bit of a curious choice. He could also consider just taking up and going for a regular Stugi or maybe a Panzer IV. That I think could also work out reasonably well. In the end though, that is his decision. But back to the fight here, also in terms of damage. Very close in fact, but a slight advantage to Angreifen, in particular also kill advantage thanks to the presence of the Stugi. Troops are getting stopped by the MD-42. And there we go, another Panzerfaust here. I mean, Sage6 to be a bit careful. Yeah, in fact, seeing here that Angreifen is quite good at Panzerfausting. The Sherman's in a bit of a ugly situation. There we go, Veterans who won. Rain unit are not there, those technically you shouldn't activate unless there's another vehicle nearby. And that's another American vehicle. So unless they're listening on and on Radio Berlin, there really isn't much else to do, in which case they really shouldn't be getting that bonus either. You know, John, that Fuhrer has some really cool ideas. Change the radio, Bob. Are they going to say close to getting wiped out there though by the EC-8? Quickly repairing it, good, good.
The enemy is taking our territory.
And getting the packs back, that is also good, though he's also getting another one to replace. Another grenadier squad has been noticed since he's beginning to bleed up rather heavily. The MD-42, they continue to hold out quite nicely. In fact, the Americans throw themselves in front of it. How kind of them. It's almost like the shooting range at Dusseldorf. EC-8 is shooting down. Already 12 kills though. That's definitely not bad at all. Not bad at all there for our friend in the Sherman. And there you go, light artillery going down the ceiling way in MD-42, but might lose it again. Stugi opening up, and there you go. Already one volley going down there. And Stugi, can he somehow make it? Run, Forrest, run! And seemingly he does it. Lucky bastard. Capture taking up position here inside the building. Anti-tank on there a bit far away, and doesn't look like he's using take aim. Come on, use the ability, it's great. I have no idea why so few American players actually don't use it. Oh, well, Stugi managed to escape, then again, maybe he is using it. More kills there for the Sherman. Pack 40 is being moved up here, and the Sherman again moving in on its own. And oh dear, there we go, looks like he might try to ambush it, get it with the dual pack. And the guy's actually spotting, there we go, good job. Sage6 here, hubris rather cost him, and the steel nemesis struck him down. He's laying down a smoke screen, that's great, but he needs to just get behind the building at the very least. Oh dear, I think he's trying to sort of repair the criticals and just quickly get away, but at the same time he's not getting anything up there, and there we go. But too slow to move, and a quick second volley finishes off the Sherman, cooking it up and sending the crew flying through the air. So a bit of a tactical mistake there by Sage6, resulting in the loss of a veteran Sherman and its crew. Definitely not good. Definitely not good. Stu here dealing with some Americans down south. Getting off some more good kills. And there you go, MD-42 stopping the German MD-42. Modified, they're flying back in return here, closing on MD-42. Nope, no take aim at all. Tisk. Looks like an emplacement got wrecked. Oh dear, unit is a bit clumped up there. And the Stoogies arriving. Pack 40 moving up to supplement the anti-tank gun.
What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Green is crew ready.
Troops reinforcing and clearly setting up for a second EC8 to try and save the day. Another Panzer squad there arriving, coming under fire here from Rifleman and a Pack 40 now. Stoogie provides support and a second EC8 arrives. Adding a bit more armour here to the 7th Infantry.
The capture point is under attack.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement. They're hitting our flank. Underneath!
Quick Gewaltladung. Ooh, and this time they didn't get murdered in the process. Improvement! Pack 40 on the hand, looks ready to die as well. Nice shot in the Pioneers, Stoogie firing back. And there you go, Pack Crew taught. Pack 40 setting up there to create a small pack flank conjunction with Stoogie. And we do see that the German seems rather rapid to fall back in the face of this. It does leave the north now open. Ooh, there we go, Veteran G2. The captain has been surprisingly passive in this fight, not only done much to support the cause of freedom, democracy and apple pie. Apparently content to turn it into an officers' club. Though not looking very cheerful there.
Ready for action.
MD crew here, barely holding on, facing to death in fact. Looks like he might deal with a Pack 40 hit. There we go, 10 yard pitching rounds makes short work. And retreating. Whoa. One hell of a hit there. Looks like he could freeze to death. There we go. And drops the MG42. Sage's forces are quite depleted at the moment. Having amongst other things clearly underestimated the threat that Angreifen can sort of deliver. And using the re-echelon troops this time around to try and get that MD42 back in the fight. And he's actually using the crew here. Very risky maneuver. I mean, if one well-placed rifle can cause quite the heading and they're going down available, quickly get in. Call in another EC8. Come on, that's what you went for. Apparently he decided to do something else, but he really should get a second EC8 into support, and there we go. A Tiger has arrived to support the 12th SS in their onward push. He's definitely going to need that second EC8 now. Looks like the captain finally decided to get a move on, and his efforts are immediately rewarded here by the Stoogie with a good helping of high closer rounds. There we go. Only 2 survivors now.
Tank support is here.
There you go. Second easy called in. And driving straight in front of the Tiger. Oh, looks like they barely managed to avoid each other. Riflemen need to get away rapidly. They're in a very bad spot, and there you go. Wiped out utterly.
Just got a report of an infantry unit.
Flamethrower tank and such tearing apart the last few. Germany moving up support here. Good, good. We got the Pack 40s moving up support as well. The Pack front shifting up, though at the same time Germany getting tank from the south. Racer troops are getting assaulted with Panzers with Panzerschrecks. EC8 moving in here. Troop pinned down in front of the MG, but looks like the EC8 could help. Anti-tank EC8 moving in as well, but right in front of the Pack 40s. Needs to clear that out, needs to clear that out. No! Get the other shot away. There you go. Targets the weak point. Good, good. There you go. Kaput. One Pack 40 down, but at the same time he lost a Sherman.
Weather has cleared.
And I think
Normal operations.
losing a Vet 2-2 is still a bit cheaper than losing an EC8 like that, in particular considering the current situation the Sage of the 6 is in. And Anti-tank now also in a very bad position. It was a bit too easy to the flank, and there you go. Angreifen is very much taking time to that. It's EC8 trying to move into support. It's already too late. It has been outmaneuvered, and there we go. Wrecked. And looks like an anti-tank gun there was abandoned for anyone to use. And now the captain is finally trying to get to help. Will he have better luck this time around, or will his efforts once more get rewarded with having his face caved in? Starting to look like it.
Got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
More rifle pop, then grenades, they're close to being wiped out.
Hit him with the coax! Knock it off. Watch for my hand.
Forces replenishing.
Set over.
Good to go.
Watch for my hand signal. Listen up, fellas. Squad is back to full strength.
Angreifen's forces are a bit overextended as well, but overall they are looking a bit better. It looks like here the Pioneers managed to get themselves a flamethrower, though, from American stocks. So overall, Angreifen was able to rally around this rather decently,
Ready. Send order.
and Sage the 6 in the longer term, while playing aggressively nicely, sort of initially in the longer term, really couldn't hold up quite well. It would seem, anyways.
Veteran know-how will help
Panzer
us
is
to
support by
better
Pack
prepare
40.
our infantry.
There we go, immediately coming down the fire there. Things are pressed, but Panzer fly and don't quite hit.
Point secure.
300 points remaining. The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
His chances are beginning to look rather slim.
Ja. Gartenhimmel, it's cold.
In particular with the rather veteran Grenadiere.
Yes?
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Germany's going to wait light till the barrage going in. Oh, that's a white phosphorus barrel actually.
We have
Anti-tank gun cleared out.
Was ist los?
You got the rear troops fighting a desperate stand from inside the building. With the Tiger moving up. Not quite towards it. Looks like he's going to launch a major assault to try and flush out the EC8 there, get it knocked out of the war. Captain hanging around his part support, but really coming to fire there from the Pack 40. Nicely positioned. Rushing straight into the Pioneers there. The flamethrower. And there goes EC8 engaging the Tiger.
The enemy is taking our territory.
They're going to fight on. Looks like the another Panther fast beginning to use the tank again. The anti-tank gun not really well placed. Been a bit of a problem here for Sage of the 6 to get the most out of his anti-tank guns versus the enemy. There you go, Veggie 2 for the Sherman. By the end, the Pack 40 gets cleared out as well. Thanks to the rifles and Panzer abilities seen. And there we go, kaput. And again, the captain moves forward and game over there. A loss to the United States of America despite having a strong start. And again, the problem is a bit, you know, with some players, they do sort of tend to think, oh, I'll just rely only on calling armor, and then they rather lose an important time gap where they could have pressured their opponent and more at least prepare for something their opponent could have pulled out the sleeve, like in this case, where Angreifen did pull out a Stoogie, which completely caught Sage6 off guard, and he really did not have much to stop it, and that rather allowed Angreifen to really get back on the field and sort of grow stronger, and then the Alliance and the EC8s rather in particular showed their weakness, as he then only could deploy a few at a time. He didn't really cooperate with them either, and sort of organised, which also made them easier to deal with. So there were some serious problems as the game progressed for Sage6, whereas Angreifen, while struggling in the beginning, he made also some, I think, a bit weak play there. He certainly had a tendency to sort of quite often split up. He could maybe also done with the second MD4 too, but still managed to turn things around there and sort of play much better late game. He could maybe have gone for the tier 3, but at the same time, I mean, the Tiger was, in the end, a rather safe bet when considering he was dealing with EC8s. And to a certain extent, I mean, Sage6 made rather poor use of his company command post. I think, you know, even a single Stu could also help quite a bit, because that could allow him to, say, for example, stun the Tiger and then have EC8 do some work again with the Stoogies. So there were some thoughts that maybe he could have done rather differently. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send in a replay and provide some feedback in the comments. Also, feel free to disable ad block if you are using it. That would be very much appreciated. And this is Imperial Dane saying thank you all, and see you tomorrow.